Hello, and I'd like to welcome you to another day of ARTitude adjustment. Like I said yesterday, by the way, I'm Marty Whitney, and like I said yesterday, we're going to complete looking at we're going to complete looking at our acid etching today, and tomorrow we'll be on to something else like acrylic paints. Hold on just a minute. I want to make sure that I can see your comments and your questions. Today, like a lot of you know, hey Maureen, we're over on the west coast of Florida, also known as the Forgotten Coast, and today I wore my patriotic colors because we went to the World War II Museum in Carabel, Florida. And if you didn't know about it, I'll tell you a little bit about it later, but I want you to know about it, and we're going to talk about it because it was very interesting. Today, well, let me show you something. This was the project that we did the first time. I'm going to put you on two screens now. Look how smooth this is. How about that? Maureen, are you impressed? Like, it took me about 30 minutes to do it the first time. But this is the dish that we did the first time. It's a casserole, a Pyrex casserole dish. We did an anchor, and this one is perfect for gift giving right now. The next day, we finished a candy dish, which says, we acid etched this one, and it says, gather here with grateful hearts. A great thing for during the fall. Also, very good for gift giving. The next day, I read to you, and the instructions said, do not acid etch plastic because it doesn't work, and it doesn't work on some forms of Pyrex, so just forget about it. Well, I found this really nice plastic Better Homes and Gardens dish, and I thought, well, prove it to me. And so I just put a stencil on there yesterday that said something like thankful. It looked like it took, but when I washed it off, it eliminated all signs of the etching cream, so it's just as smooth as it could be. So that kind of proves to me that you shouldn't use etching cream on plastic. Now, today we're going to be doing these wine glasses. I have a couple of stencils right here, and we're going to be doing these small wine glasses. I've done these stencils before. They are chalk couture stencils, or transfers, I guess that's what you say. They're chalk couture transfers. And I've done them using paint. I've done them on coffee cups, and also I think I've done them on some other glasses. But we're going to do them today using the acid etching cream, and I want you to see how pretty it turns out. There are a couple of things that you need to do before. Hey, that doesn't even, that's going to need some help. Look, it just comes back up. That's the good news. Maybe it won't spill anything. There are a couple of items that I'll be using, like 91% alcohol. I'll be using safety glasses. Remember, safety glasses. And I'll be using a blue glove on my non-dominant hand. I don't want to get etching cream on there because it will smart. Now, the etching cream will neutralize whenever you put it in water, so after we finish letting this sit for a while, we're going to remove the etching cream and wash it off, and you can do it right down the sink. Now, I'm going to pick out a couple of these these are all, this was kind of a journey or exploring. I can't do it with my gloves on, but it was done with a journey or a kind of a camping motif, subject, whatever. And that was really nice because these small ones go on so many different things, so many signs, or use them with it. Okay, there you go. See, it's kind of stuck. I'm just going to apply it so it's about in the middle of the glass. Show you what I mean. And I'm going to just kind of get some air bubbles out of it by rubbing it. And now about the acid etching cream, if you've listened to any of the other lives that I've done, you'll know the acid etching cream comes in different sizes, and you can get it from Amazon or whatever. Michael's, Joann's. Looks like this. And it's called, whoops, glass etching cream. This is a large size. I've had it for years. And I'm going to pick out another one that I haven't ever done before. This one is Wild and Free. I don't know why I didn't do it anymore. Okay. We'll get the other glass. And just like the other one, I'm going to apply it about in the middle of the glass. I've done plenty of painting classes with glasses, wine glasses, whatever. And they always turn out really well. But eventually, the paint is going to start leaving the project. I'm just getting air bubbles out that I see. Sometimes I forget I have on those glasses. Now, the safety glasses are very important in a project like this. So, yeah, you could probably try to get away with it, but it's just a big chance to take, and they're fun to decorate anyway. Mine are cool. Okay, I think everything is ready now. I'm going to put my glove on, and I have, for application, I have a designer popsicle stick. Okay, very important. You could use anything now. All we're going to do is, I've already shaken this a couple of times, but I'm going to put the acid etching cream on the glasses and leave it for about 5 minutes. Now, I say 5 minutes. I've left on Pyrex dishes, I've left them for 25 minutes. So they weren't any deeper. The item wasn't any better. Hey Marcia. Hey Emily. Just make sure that you have applied the etching cream all over the item. Okay, now this would make a very nice gift for someone who, I mean, it isn't a good RVer gift particularly because it's glass, but I have friends that carry crystal around with them in their RVs. I didn't tell you, but my husband and I are full-time RVers. Let me see if there's anybody here who doesn't know that. Oh no, everybody here knows that. So we've been doing this for 12 years, and if you hear from me in the next 4 months, it probably is going to be inside RV. If we have time after we finish this project, I'm going to show you the Gulf of Mexico. So we've enjoyed it. We're at a small campground we like to come to because it's very small. Carabel is like a fishing village, so people that come here love to fish usually. I've even seen people bring refrigerators here they'll set outside their coaches, and that's where they keep their bait. So anyway, it was a series there, a series. But it's very quaint, but lots of little Florida treasures to visit around here. Oysters, and more oysters are in this area. So, I finished putting, I think I have everything on here. Now, I also want to tell you something that happened to me the other day with this project. As I was finishing the project, I got just a little bit, I'm going to let that sit for about 5 minutes. I got just a teeny weeny bit of acid etching cream above my lettering. Just, it was, I could have wiped it off with my finger, but it's almost too late then because it starts etching immediately. And so that dish has a little bit of acid etching where I missed and went out of the stencil. I'll take my designer popsicle stick now and wipe it off, but I'm not going to use it again. And I'm not going to eat with it either. So we're going to let those sit for about 5 minutes. And I think I wanted to ask you if there are any questions after this. This is going to be the last acid etching class. Tomorrow, though, I told you earlier that we're going to start painting. I'll have a class, let me see, I'll have a class Friday, and Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I go to a meeting. So if I have a class, it won't be with paintbrushes because I'll be in the air going to Canada. So anyway, I want to show you the project. Let me move these out of the way so they can. Moving these glasses out of the way, and they're not, see, it doesn't even run, so I can just set that straight up. This is a toolkit. It's zippered, and it has lots of different compartments in it. I decided it would be an awesome project for painting. It has lots of little pockets in it that you may not be able to tell. There's pockets for, there's one that says Peachy and Perry. That was when we were in Perry. But we didn't do these in Perry, I don't believe. I decided that painting the outside of it would just be adorable, and it is. I put a bee up here, painted a bee, be happy, and I also painted sunshine and some flower pots. I could have gone on and on and on with this one. I could have painted the straps, but on the back side, I've painted some dragonflies. In this, people that have taken these classes have used them for garden tools, for just regular tools, sewing stuff, crochet stuff, and so they're very functional. ARTitude adjustment is a class that doesn't use a lot of canvases. We usually use things that are functional like this, or maybe painting towels or painting shirts, or we've done a lot of speedball painting. I better keep this on. Done a lot of painting on blouses, and those classes have turned out to be tremendous. I still wear my original glass because they really clean up well, and they're pretty. We always do a V-neck with 3/4 length sleeve because they make us look little smaller. So anyway, I am about ready to take the acid etching off, and yeah, we're going to split this there. Wait a minute. There. I know you can see it now, right? Okay. Okay. Let me get you split. Mine is showing that it, okay, there you go. Okay. I'm just going to put these gloves back on while I'm taking the acid etching off. Okay now. Thank you. Okay. Now, a while ago I told you this acid etching cream has lasted me 4 years. The reason why is that I can use it over and over and over. I'm going to take my popsicle stick and just remove the globs of acid etching cream, and then remove my stencil. I just have to wash the stencil off. They're reusable and they're adhesive. So now there are a lot of other companies that are making adhesive stencils now. I have these on hand and that's why I use them. Okay. I have got to get that started. Okay, this one says Wonder. See it? Beautiful. And I'm going to put this over here so I can rinse it off. We will remove this one now. This one says Wild and Free with a bear.